pause on discretionary spending payments such as government grants, almost dishonest abuse that can place in our government for too long, as was explicitly the way affected Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, or other entitlements that Americans depend on. Merely at where there has been an process, we identified 50 being sent to God by condoms from us. And you know what's happened to them? They've used as a day and tell you things that we have to find them quickly because we want the money for places. But these were the payments and types of payments affected by the temporary friend. People strongly support these efforts during the campaign, and they voted for us in record numbers. Every single day, we're now putting America first and fighting to get the most out of every tax dollar for our great citizens.
The bomb, condom bomb, the condom bomb, condom bomb. That's how Donald Trump talking about cops. So here we go, Donald's first week in office, and already he is Christmas. Yeah, kind of what Democrats tell us every day. The president can actually do. And so you saw that Donald Trump put a freeze on hundreds of billions of dollars federal grants and loans, and it blocked it. But they actually did cut off funding to some things, and like the condom bombs, and it shows you one. A step or two of the corporate Democratic Party is because he coming from the West. I start from a place of strength. I beat back a little bit. I'm at least gonna get some half of what I might get a third of what I want. But I get some what I want and not get nothing. As opposed to, you know, not even try. So Trump did get some of what he want, even though the judge outlaws the plan. And after all. You know, but it wasn't Trump is saying, I'm president, I can actually do stuff. The Trump nation, they on Tuesday that offered by the end of September. They sent to 2 million workers, said that they would remain until September 30th and at the end of the government's fiscal year and could have their work duties reduced in the interim. Those workers would also be from mandate February 6th to accept the order and have been directed to do so with an email with the word resign. That's another of people talk about Project 2025. It's not like Project 2025 is Project 1985, Project 1985, Project 2005. This is what the Republicans do. This is who they've always been. Always wants to remember. That is because federal government is on corporate and rich guy power, and Donald Trump and guys like have like that there is an entity that can check them. And that is the federal government. That is why the Republicans have always, for me, to shrink the government. So Trump's actually going to try to do it. Now, people working in immigration, national security, and for this, we're not part of the job. The memo also said that the be comprised employees who are reliable, which goes back to another for Donald would say, obedient workers. But he wants obedience and loyalty. It's one of the reasons that he had the falling out with our former governor, Mike Pence, over January 6th. He, like Mike Pence, look enough to him. He wants Mike Pence to be even I won't do. Okay? Hey, move. National Treasury employees, it's about 150 federal workers, told its members that the resignation member designed entice or scare you into resigning. And we said we strongly respond. Eric Kelly, the head of Government Employees Union, that includes a lot of the offers should be viewed, and that the administration's act is to show that those to turn the federal government into a toxic event where workers cannot stay even if they want. That's true. Again, the Project 2025, that's who this is who they've been. Well, 45 years. Next, Reagan is 45 since his 2020 is 19 years. This is the Republican been. And because Donald Harlem Party, he's going to be able to do it. And this is why I come here every week and try to tell you that you really need to get Democrats. You really need to get that leadership have currently the Aryans like all these. Donald Trump is every step of the way. I mean, I was the last like, man, people really regret. No, Trump is giving them if they wanted. They wanted to see caravans of elite shipped on planes out of the country. They wanted to see teams of ICE in Chicago and in New York and in all these other countries shot illegal. That's what they wanted. voted for Trump wanted chaos. The people who voted for Trump wanted to throw a wrench in the system. This is another thing the Democrats. The only people who just the only people who want Trump is ironically who just obedient vote back on anything. Exactly what these people wanted. They wanted in the system and sort of punch the system in the face. They kind of worked out for you in 2020, barely. 2019. So now the people. Trump went. No. He signed an order to block federal support for minors and transitions. Another thing, the people for Trump. This is. He signed an executive order on Tuesday to end federal support for medical procedures aimed at altering sex or gender involved certain venues. I gotta be real with you guys. But the Democrats push this nonsense back a year front out of this. Well, if we let trans know, a lot of those countries have puberty blockers and hormones too young people. But again, the Democrats in this hijacked by a few loonies. And then they get black people on line on this nonsense. Now it's normal. Stephen A. exact same thing. Bill Donald, who is a complete weirdo and a nice himself, raised their element. Men are and raise y'all because y'all are saying that's case. Like seriously. And then if that's enough, this is one of the things actually most things done is doing. Very few Democrats do anything about it because they're packed. He's acting together a system. Non-citizen college students who took part in the test. You opposed Israel probably not just killed, but the people who've been for 8th. If you took part in the entire world, at much out Zion circles, that'll deport you. That is absolutely insane. That is 100% fact sheet on order from me, Adam Vandal, against American. What's any of that happen? Many of leading like Jill Stein and Jews for people themselves. Many of the biggest condemning this themselves. Katie Howard, John, Rabbi David Weiss. Inherently the problem. Hold people accountable, folks. Let's go to the phones. I guess.
What's up, Scott? How you doing, bud?
All right, bro.
Okay, now this is what I'm gonna ask you, man. Now you know, you're not superior. You're not good enough to get kids these days. Don't have the brain to take. Now you the boy I've been doing. You can do it blindfolded, son. I know you can because you do it out superior. To get any job but right here. Now, for that part, now that's this is the guy right here. Now, Jonathan Booth, right?
Yes.
No more Luther King and no more Juneteenth. And you want to get, they don't want to observe that. They're taking that out. Okay? Now, you respect why they trained you. But I don't want to hear that without a sham. See, we all know what he on Omega on the bait and switch right there like he all there for you. Now I didn't hear too. Now tell you what you say, hamburger meat.
Yep.
You from migrants, but you ain't from the eggs. The eggs. Now do you know we import eggs? We're from Newfoundland, but they no eggs. We don't come, but we ain't getting no nuts. I went to the store. I don't care about no. I'm talking about breakfast in the morning. Give me some potted eggs. You see what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, you've been here a while. I've been here, you know, you've been here. I done been here. So I when the old came in there. Okay, Elliot, Governor, all right.
That's in the next hour.
No, but I want to talk to some of the mayors and governors. I know about that. You see what I'm saying? We don't need this man to get on no mega. You end up with death. Do you know how I feel to lose a loved one? Somebody coming on you and just left your house from maybe the Super Bowl accident going home. That we were situated in this city that's a troubled city ever since 1968. I don't need nobody else to echo what we already know. I want eggs to be back down to $1.99. Okay. See, want you to be respected because you can run. You are inferior. You don't have brains enough to run. Okay, and I know you can run the board anywhere in America that you do anything you do never do. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, then. But he said you are too dumb.
Okay.
You are ignorant. And
Okay.
that's what he said. And no more Juneteenth. That's what he said. That's for your boy. All right, I'm out, man. I get
It's all
my second
good.
one maybe.
Thank you for your call, brother. All right, now let's call her.
What's
up?
I don't know what to say.
Our
I mean, the idea of due process, he orchestrated a riot
right.
that wound up getting people killed, and that's what you would call subversion. However, the people that he pardoned were only charged with trespassing,
Right.
essentially.
Right.
And so they treated it like this insurrection. I mean, they're threatening to lynch the vice president.
Right.
They chanted that for how long? Yeah, by the way, you know, Mr. Trump said none of Pence's people better apply for a job. You better not. Right? So, anyway, I'm just, it's the conversation that's
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for your call, brother. It's all good. Yeah, he brought up the DEI stuff. DEI primarily helped white women, just like affirmative action. It rarely even filtered down to legacy black Americans, ever. Look it up. White women were the #1 beneficiaries of affirmative action. White women. Which again is the legacy of white liberals and the colored people who loved them, who hijacked the civil rights movement. So we get all the blame for DEI. We get all the blame for affirmative action, while white people are the ones who actually benefit from it the most. White women, gays, immigrants, all these other groups of people benefit from DEI, benefit from affirmative action. Legacy black Americans end up getting squeezed out because we're just in a basket of the oppressed, with white women, with gays, with transgenders, with immigrants, with all these other people. And then we get all the blame. And people act like it's going to be the end of the world. Oh my God, no more DEI stuff. We weren't benefiting from it anyway. Now, I'm sure a lot of those Haitians, people like Karine Jean-Pierre, and I'm sure a lot of white women, but white women are smart in the sense that this is why, like, every 4 years, and even I fell into this trap in the last election. I really thought that Kamala was going to win based on abortion. I really thought the white women would come around for abortion and go, you know what, we're going to vote for Kamala because we may have our issues with certain things, but we want to protect abortion. Nope. Have been who are class loyal to their men. Hillary Clinton is never leaving Clinton. Hillary Clinton to talk all this stuff about sexism, one of the biggest sexists on the planet. A rapist. That was why he was president. A man who raped in the 70s. A man who humiliated her in front of the world. Had Monica Lewinsky doing in the Oval Office. And yet, all this girl had it on. Nancy Pelosi married to the drunk. You know, Jane Fonda married to Ted Turner. Gloria Steinem worked. She talks openly about it. Why anybody black would, like Michelle Wallace or Angela Davis, would have anything to do with somebody who worked for the CIA? That makes automatically look in the. Sometimes said, you're not the norm. Majority of Republicans and sure 6 and away from Trump. They are class loyal. They understand that even with DEI, they're inherit of their wealth collectively. I think individual come up, and that's the difference. That is a huge difference. Let me get this phone call. Hello, caller. What's up?
Young man, I'm enjoying your show.
Well, thank you.
You forgot one big buck. Don't forget about Stormy Daniels now.
Oh yeah,
Trump
Stormy
paid
Daniels.
Quite a bit of money to be
Stormy
quiet.
Daniels.
$100,000 or a little sex.
Yeah.
So his wife ain't leaving him either.
No.
Now, if you're sitting there in an office and I'm sending $130 here to Ukraine, I give you $20 billion for your politician. Are you gonna tell what I did?
Hey.
You gonna tell anybody what I did?
Hey, I got you.
Well, they rich. Trump ain't never had wanted for nothing.
No.
He a lot of them rich folks been from their mamas and daddies and been left money, like you say, and they ain't never worried for nothing about what to eat, when to eat. They can get all these millions and billions of dollars. Don't never know when enough's enough. You got 3 or 4 million mansions you're living in, and 30, 40 cars and all this. They don't care about me, you, and nobody else.
No.
Only thing they're thinking about is ways to make money. Greedy. How can I get some more of this?
Yep.
And we come along in a time now where you got the president and stuff. I'm 70 years old, and back in the day, we wasn't back there when they had all that. We ain't seen what was going on way back in the 1800s and all this kind of stuff. So, hey, we going to get it. And like I said, the people that voted for that clown to put him back in that office, hey, I hope they get it worse than we do.
All right,
thank you,
for
my
your
man.
call, brother. Thank you
man.
for your call. Well, you know, again, Trump, he is giving his audience what they wanted. You cannot argue they are not getting what they want. They are getting exactly what they want. Hopefully the Democrats will take note. If and when a Democrat ever gets in office again, hopefully he will understand that actually doing things the public wants you to do is kind of matters. All right, folks. Man, this hour is going by quick. It's already 6:42, and when we come back, I really want to do a quick story. I know that this might sound a little bit in the weeds, but we really got to do this story. This might be the most important story I do today, where about China and how their technology just blew what we're doing here in the United States out of the water, completely out of the water. You won't want to miss that. We'll be right back after these.